Welcome back to the ETF Inspector. It is Wednesday, August 13th, a little after 8 o'clock in the morning, and this is out of the ordinary here, but I am on vacation, so I'm trying to change things up a little bit. This is just a quick update video letting you know about the YieldMax distributions that just got declared this morning in an effort to make tonight's video a little shorter and also just to get you the information a little bit sooner. So we'll be talking about YieldMax distributions. They were just declared this morning. It is, if we scroll down, Group B declaring today, weekly pairs and Group B. And as we scroll a little further, you can see Group B is Babo, Dips, Phoebe, I don't even know how to say that, GDXY, JPMO, Maro, Murni, NVIDIA, and the one everyone's waiting for, Pallady. So I am on X, and we get this information through X pretty quick usually, at ETF_inspector1. I'll read off the RoundHills at the end just as a little bonus, but YieldMax posted it this morning. They send it out in an email as well. And so we will just go through these real quick, talk about percentages, and then that way that can shorten up tonight's video and you get the information a little sooner. So we'll go ahead. I've already entered these so we don't have to flip back and forth. So I've taken all this information, entered it into the chart, and we will start with the weeklies. Okay, LFGY declaring 44.84 cents. So now these closing prices are as of yesterday's Tuesday, right? So that's a 62, almost 63% annual yield. Chippy, 40.56 cents with a closing price of 54.63. That's a 38.61% yield. GPTY, 29.2 cents is a 32.5 cent yield. We've got the 3 0 DTE funds, RDTE for the Russell, SDTE or RDTY for the Russell, SDTY for the S&P, and QDTY for the Nasdaq, paying out 31.23 cents for RDTY. That's a 35.8% yield. SDTY paying 20.31 cents, a 23.2% yield, and QDTY paying out 19.17 cents, which comes out to a 22% yield. Next up is YieldMax. That is the fund of funds, right? All the individual income funds throughout all the groups collectively in YieldMax, paying out 11.02 cents or 43, almost 43.5% yield. Ulti, that's what you guys come to my channel most of all for, paid out over 10 cents anyway. So man, what a big one. So with that being said, that's a 85.76% yield. And if you're used to my video, you're used to that little yellow tab next to Ulti because they win every week. Only ones in the 80s, highest yield out of the weekly pairs. And finally, YMAG, 16.17 cents, comes out to be a 53.35% annual yield. Next, we'll switch over to we'll call them monthlies, but really it's every 4 weeks, so you actually get 13 of these a year, not 12. Starting with the big one, we've all been waiting for that big payment. If you're in the Pallady posse, as Retire on Dividends calls it, $7.49.24. That's huge. 124, call it 125% annual yield. I'm sure everyone's going to be happy with that one. Maro paying out over $1, 1.0043. That's a 66.88% yield. NVIDIA, 83.97 cents, still paying over 60%. Babo for Alibaba, 75.44 cents is a 20.4% annual yield. That's on the low end for sure. Phoebe covering Meta, 62.41 cents. That's a whole lot more than I estimated for them in my Saturday video. 46.12%. GDXY paying 60.98 cents. That's just over 50% yield. I'm curious. I always talk about them. Where is GDXY? Where are they? This thing's, I'm not scrolling that fast. It's jumping on its own. Gold miners option income. Gold miners. It's just trading off of the GDX though. Okay, but 50% on gold's good. JPMO paying out 28.24 cents. That's a 21.7% on a big name bank. Dips. I'm also curious about that. If you watch my video, I've gone over it. I don't do a whole lot of the negative or inverse. So dips is shorting Nvidia. Right? Does not invest directly, does not directly short, so it does synthetic versions of it. Let's look at what holdings look like. Buying puts, then they're buying calls. Okay, that's not what we're here for. But dips, so if Nvidia is going to do well, then shorting it's not going to do well, but still making 36%. Obviously, that fund is getting low, $6.44 for a monthly. And then speaking of low monthly funds, Murney for Moderna, under $2 yesterday, paying out a 9.46 cent dividend though. That's a 62%er. 62.7. So obviously the big winner over here is Pallady for Palantir, paying out $7.50. And we also know they're still holding some back, so there's should be more good to come. We will take a small detour, although this was YieldMax. RoundHill, I cover them too. Also released their 0 DTE distributions. And XDTE 24.9843, so just about 25 cents. So that is roughly 25 cents compared to what we just said for SDTY 20.3. SDTY is a $45 fund. Let's see, XDTE is a 44, so they're very similar in fund prices. It looks like we'll give the edge to RoundHill on that one. Next, QDTE paying 23.2944. 23.29 compared to 19. QDTY is a $45. And QDTE is a 35. So QDTE being $10 cheaper actually paid a higher distribution. So RoundHill is getting the nod on that one as well. And then finally, the last one, RDTE, paying out 31.3832 cents. And they actually made that income on that one compared to the other two. Because I cover that, I know it. RDTE paying 31, so they both paid 31 cents. RDTY's a $45 stock. RDTE's a 33, so paying the same amount, but RDTE costing less makes that a higher percentage. So RoundHill gets the nod on the 0 DTE payouts this week. So I'm not sure if they're trying to compete there or not, or if they're paying attention to each other or not. But RoundHill wins on those 3 0 DTE fund payouts this week. All right, what else can we take a quick look? Nah, we'll save the rest, the comparisons to what I estimated for in the regular video. So just wanted to get the Group B and weekly paying stuff out, save time on the video, and get you the information sooner. Let me know if you're excited. Should be on a 10-cent ulti and a $7 and almost 50-cent Pallady. So thank you, and catch you in the afternoon/evening videos. Have a good day. Good luck trading, or trade well, as Mike K says.